Imagine a young boy in the segregated American South, a place where every day felt like an uphill battle just to be seen and heard. Now, fast forward decades later, picture that same boy standing at the center of the world's biggest movie franchises, his voice and presence unmistakable, commanding attention in every room he enters. That boy grew up to be Samuel Leroy Jackson, one of the most recognizable and beloved actors on the planet. Samuel L. Jackson was born on December 21, 1948 in Washington, D.C., but his story doesn't begin on a Hollywood red carpet. It starts in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where he was raised largely by his mother and grandparents in a world still defined by racial segregation. From a young age, Sam had to find creative ways to speak his truth. As a child, he developed a stutter, a challenge that might have silenced others. But Sam learned to pretend to be other people, a skill that would later become a cornerstone of his acting craft. Despite systemic barriers, he excelled academically and creatively, playing instruments like the French horn and piccolo in his school orchestra. But there was something else tugging at his heart, the urge to perform, to tell stories, to step into someone else's shoes and show the world a piece of himself through them. Sam's young adulthood coincided with one of the most turbulent periods in American history. In the late 1960s, racial tensions and civil rights protests defined the era. Sam attended Morehouse College in Atlanta, a historically black institution, where he immersed himself in the burgeoning Black Power movement. At one point, Sam and several classmates took a bold stand, locking members of the college board in a building to protest the school's mostly white leadership. That act of defiance cost him his place at Morehouse for a time, but it also symbolized the fierce fire burning inside him, a refusal to stay quiet in the face of injustice. After a couple of years working as a social worker in Los Angeles, Sam's passion for storytelling pulled him back to Morehouse, this time to study acting. Fueled by the belief that stories could change hearts, minds, and even society, he graduated in 1972 and found himself on a new, challenging path. Sam's early acting career was steeped in theater. After college, he joined touring companies and eventually moved to New York City, where he devoted himself to the stage. In the gritty world of off-Broadway productions, Sam poured his heart into performances that tackled social themes and racial realities, earning respect in artistic circles, though few people outside the theater world knew his name. His big break came not from a blockbuster film, but from the raw, electric performances in plays like A Soldier's Play. It was here that he met future collaborators like Morgan Freeman and an aspiring film student named Spike Lee, a meeting that would change the trajectory of his career. Lee cast Sam in early films such as Do the Right Thing and Jungle Fever. In Jungle Fever, Sam played Gator Purify, a character battling addiction. The performance was a breakthrough, a gritty, uncompromising turn that revealed Jackson's remarkable emotional range and intensity as an actor. This role also marked a turning point in his personal life. Around this time, Sam confronted and overcame his own struggles with substance addiction, emerging healthier and more centered than ever before, a testimony to his resilience both on and off screen. But the moment the world truly came to know Samuel L. Jackson was in 1994, when he stepped onto the silver screen in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. As the philosophical hitman Jules Winfield, Jackson delivered lines that instantly became part of pop culture, blending intensity, humor, and philosophical gravitas into a performance that was unlike anything audiences had seen before. His portrayal earned him a Best Supporting Actor nomination at the Academy Awards and catapulted him into global stardom. Jules' mix of menace and wit, reciting Bible verses one moment and bantering the next, while it was a declaration, Samuel L. Jackson was a force to be reckoned with. From there, his career was unstoppable. He appeared in blockbuster franchises like Star Wars as Jedi Master Mace Windu, a role that helped bring racial diversity to one of cinema's most beloved mythologies, and even let him personally choose a purple lightsaber so he could be seen in every battle scene. In 2008, Jackson entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Nick Fury, the steely-eyed director of S.H.I.E.L.D. His cameo in Iron Man was the beginning of a role he would reprise across more than a dozen films and series, helping anchor a cinematic universe that reshaped Hollywood. But that's not all. Sam's filmography reads like a hall of fame. Dramas, comedies, thrillers, animated hits The Incredibles, crime films, and stories of every stripe. He holds one of the records for the most movie appearances of any actor, with roles that cut across genres, audiences, and generations. He also lent his voice and presence to socially conscious works, narrating documentaries that explore America's racial history and identity, reminding us that as entertaining as his films are, Sam hasn't forgotten the roots that shaped him. Life for Sam has never been predictable. In a chilling incident in 1988, long before Marvel or lightsabers, he was caught by a New York City subway train, dragged along the platform, and nearly killed. An alert passenger eventually pulled the emergency brake, saving his life. Sam walked away with serious injuries, months of rehabilitation, and a tale so wild it sounds like fiction, and yet it was all too real. Moments like these remind us that even those who seem larger than life are at their core human, with vulnerabilities, close calls, and stories of survival that most people could never imagine. Off-screen, Sam built a life rooted in family and partnership. He married actress LaTanya Richardson in 1980, and the couple has been together ever since, a rare, enduring love in an industry known for quick flames and short chapters. They raised a daughter together and even made a pact to keep working as long as they feel energized by their art. More recently, Sam received an honorary Academy Award for his extraordinary contributions to film, an acknowledgement of his impact on storytelling, culture, and generations of audiences worldwide. Samuel L. Jackson's journey from a stuttering kid in Chattanooga to a titan of film reads like an epic. His grit, his defiance of limitation, his wisdom, his humor, and his artistry have made him not just a movie star, but a cultural icon. His voice, his mannerisms, his unforgettable characters, they aren't just parts he plays. They're extensions of a man who learned early in life how to claim space in a world that often tried to deny him one. And that's the heart of his story. Not just that he became famous, but how he became unforgettable.